Oh, hi. I have a confession to make. It is January the 19th, and I have officially given up already on my paper planner. If you saw my video from a couple weeks ago, I was like all excited about trying paper planning, and I've just decided it's not going to work for me. I know I can't be the only one who this has happened to, so I was like, let's just talk about it. I think if I'm honest with myself, the reason that I really wanted to try paper planning all boiled down to the aesthetic of the Louis Vuitton agenda. And don't get me wrong, I still love the aesthetic, but it just the way that my life is and the way that I function with technology, it was like creating double work for me. It was heavy, it was bulky. I couldn't travel with it well. I found often that if I needed it, it wasn't right there. And I was like sending myself an email so I could write it in it later. And I was like, this is just making your life more complicated, and that's not what this is supposed to be. So I'm really thankful that I did not buy the real Louis Vuitton agenda cover, and I went with the Flui first to see if I liked it, because I would be sick if I would have spent all that money and then ended up not using it. So what I've decided is that I need some sort of hybrid solution. So all of my calendar stuff was going to stay in Outlook anyway. I can't imagine not doing that in Outlook. But then what I was trying to accomplish was sort of a combination of a bullet journal I'd used last year, notes during meetings, to-do list, and those are like the big things that I need. And so I have an iPad mini and also have a regular iPad. And I just think using those in combination with like all of the technology and different apps that I have, that's probably going to be the best way to go. And so I've downloaded a couple of templates for electronic planners, and I've uploaded them into GoodNotes, and I've just sort of been playing around with them today. And where I think I've landed at the moment is I'm going to have a month spread for as a calendar. That's what I'm trying to say. A calendar for every month, so I can like log birthdays, trips that I know about, just sort of have holidays, have everything at a glance. So I'll have that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a page for every day that I can do to-do list on. And I want to be able to do to-do list for work and for personal. And the concept of like having one for every day and moving things that I don't get to, I think that's going to work for me. So we're going to try that. And then the ability to have a notes section, and whether that be for work or for personal, just like a way to jot things down, and I can file them away if I need to. I can erase it once I'm done with it. So that's what I think I'm going to try. But now I need to figure out what to do with this Flui agenda cover that I have, because I still love it and I just don't know what to use it for. So I was wondering if any of you guys had good ideas on anything creative that you do. I thought maybe I could like use it as a travel notebook, but I'm like, but then again, big, bulky, that might not work. So I don't know. I'm not much of a like sit down and write my thoughts, like just a journal person. So I don't really want to do that. I don't know. If any of y'all have any good ideas, let me know, because I am determined to figure out how to use this Flui because I love it so much. I will also say that now I have found this Louis Vuitton, it looks like an envelope that I could slide my little iPad mini in, and I think I want that. But I've told myself, you're not going to buy it until you see if you really like this, trying to plan on the iPad mini. So we'll see how that goes. I'm also not going to fret about all the money I spent on stickers and dividers and papers and blah, 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 because I will either find a way to use them for something else or they will find another good home. So, sometimes it just has to be okay to try and let things go. I am a big perfectionist, and how that looks for me is that not that everything is perfect, because it certainly is not. But if I can't do it perfect, then I just don't want to do it. And so I'm really trying to not be like that. That's one of the things I'm really trying to work on. And just sometimes, mediocre is okay, and that's all right. And so, I'm not going to beat myself up about this planner. It just didn't work for me. We're going to move on to something else, and we're not going to think twice about it. So I'd love to know if there's anybody else who's already given up on their paper planner. I know there's got to be. I can't be the only one. So that's how I've been spending my day off today. I am still doing a lot of like admin stuff. I was so far behind. So I'm working through that. I think once I have a couple more things I need to do, and then I'm going to really dive in to these templates that I downloaded and see which one I like. And I will share once I figure out what it is that I'm going to do and use. So I think that's it. Okay, bye.